HHN opening day is so damn close, I can taste it. And you and I both know that this year's promised to be the biggest, baddest, craziest year we've ever witnessed in HHN history. But the question is, will this event live up to the hype? As we count down to those final days before the grand opening day of HHN, we are diving headfirst into the biggest things we're keeping our eyes peeled for that could reshape the way we see this event forever. Buckle up, because we've got a whole lot to talk about.
Ooh, baby, 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 baby. Walk, what are you doing here?
What? Same face? Is that what you're saying?
Same face, pretty much. No, it has been a minute since we are in this park. We were in Vegas for the grand opening of Universal Horror Unleashed, so this is the first time that we are seeing all of this just finally fully prepared and ready to go for the HHN in just a few days. I cannot wait, but let's go ahead and get to that first point.
Feels good to be home, to be honest.
It does feel good, but I will say that the Southwest kind of kicked our ass.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
I haven't been able to shave. You had a little ER visit.
I did. I am feeling a bit better. Thank you for those of you who have been checking in. I don't know what's going on. I have a little bit of a cold sore. I'm feeling a little bit insecure right now.
Listen, it's all good. Don't keep your eyes there. Keep your eyes up here, because we got to dive into the first thing that we are keeping our eyes peeled for this HHN season, and that is, how will Premium Scream Night differ from last year's event? And why is that an important question? Because if you haven't already heard, it is sold out. It's sold out while we were in Vegas.
Yes.
And everybody that we spoke to last year, right, they said, and we've said this a million times, they gave this experience a 10 out of 10.
It did so much so that it actually forced us to buy our ticket this year.
Clearly everybody else who bought, because now that it's sold out, we want to know how this experience will be different. We do know, for example, that it's not going to compare to a sold-out night at Halloween Horror Nights, right?
No.
Universal hits capacity at around maybe 30,000, 40,000 people.
40K around there. This is going to be a much less capacity. I believe, we don't have the official numbers, but around 7,000, 8,000 is the number that we've been hearing.
Right.
So it's definitely going to be a much smoother night. But how will it differ from last year, where they only sold about half of that?
Right. So will it still be a ghost town? And the biggest question, I feel like the biggest prediction we have, is when it comes to the food lines.
Oof, I feel like
that
this is going to be long.
Is going to take up everybody's night. You're going to see those houses super empty, but everybody rushing to try the food, including us.
Rightly
ready.
so, because the food is included with Premium Screen Night. Listen, if I'm gonna pay the price that I paid for Premium Screen Night to get some free food, I'm gonna get it.
Absolutely.
Wait a minute. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 houses that enter all in the same direction, meaning that those queues are going to be back there all. I'm interested to see how this is going to work out. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute.
Listen, the last time we were here, there wasn't a single statue up in these crypts, and now we see them all covered up for all of the IPs that we're getting this year. I don't know which is which, but these are pretty massive. And my favorite one is the very last one, all the way at the end, where it looks like it's a chainsaw that probably is going to be Art the Clown himself.
Zoom, zoom. All right, let's keep the ball rolling with logistics, because we are talking all about Stay Scream, and we want to keep our eyes peeled for on this new system and just how successful it's going to be this season.
Because as you know, they are throwing things out the window. The old way of doing things, no longer designated holding areas. Now you've got the wristbands, you've got 3 places to check in to grab your wristband, and then you're free to go, baby. You're free to roam and do whatever
you want until 4 o'clock when you line up to those designated houses. Now, the thing here, that is our question, because we have a little debate going on over here. I feel like people are creatures of habit, and we are just so used to kind of lining up already and being ready to be first in Stay Scream, to get into that queue to knock out all those houses. So, because there are no holding stations, are we going to kind of see a crowd starting to swarm and fizzle, waiting?
Yeah. In other words, are they going to create their own versions of designated holding areas anyway? And we don't know, but I'm going to say that people are going to start getting a little chaotic at first, but eventually people will get into the
swing of things.
100%.
I don't know. I mean, I'm going to have to see it with my own eyes, because I just feel like we're creatures of habit. Let's move on to that next point, though, because this one I have a feeling that you might be disagreeing with us.
Right, you may or may not.
You may have to try this out yourself to see, but we are talking all about express passes this year, and whether or not this will be the first year in HHN history where an express pass alone will not be enough to get through everything that HHN has to offer in a single night.
There's just too much happening this year.
Way too much.
If all you care about is the houses, right? Express Pass is the way to go 100%. But because there's just so much this year, you've got the tribute store, the FNAF pizzeria layover, you've got 2 shows, you've got street experiences, etc., etc.
Everything.
From what we're seeing, it seems like if you're just coming for one day and with Express Passes thinking that you're gonna have everything done and have a great time, not feel rushed, not miss anything, that just doesn't seem to be the case anymore.
I know that you are like us and you want to feel immersed into everything. Like Kwok said, if you're just trying to do the houses, Fallout, thumbs up, you're gonna get that done. But to really feel immersed into HHN this year, those Express Passes, I don't know. We're gonna do our strategy video during HHN and we'll find out ourselves. But I think that this might be the first year where we might need to do an RIP tour, premium scream night, or just do more than one night to really get every single thing done. I made a new friend. Come here. This is Rad, the radiation rat. We are friends. We are best friends. You got a little. He's got a little blood on him. But honestly, Rad the rat, if you are not nice to my friend Rad, we're gonna have some problems.
I want you to do me a quick favor and look right behind me because they are setting up those queues for the portal for the house that is coming to this section of the park here in San Francisco. Things are happening, baby, which is a perfect segue into the next thing we're keeping our eyes peeled for, and that is the Jason Universe house. But more specifically, will this house live up to the hype? And you might be asking, why the hell are we pointing out Jason Universe when there are so many banger IP houses? It's because of the team that is bringing this house to life. It is the same team from the house of the year last year, the Insidious house. If you came to the event last year, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Those ping pong scares, the red demon appearing in every corner of the house. It was such an intense house. They're telling us that this is going to be Insidious times 10. Even Michael Aiello himself said that the second half of this house is going to have the most intense scares we've ever had. Think about that, ever. Is it all hype? Is it all buzzwords? We have no idea, but I am going to predict right now that this is going to be a banger of a house, and it's not even my top 3. Let's talk about the man of the hour.
The myth,
the legend, Art the Clown, baby, because one of the biggest things we're keeping our eyes peeled for is the fact that he's going to be a roaming character this year. We want to know how big and how popular this ends up becoming because Art the Clown is just a star.
It is. He is. I mean, he is going to be. And this is the main reason that we are going to keep our eyes like this.
Perfect demonstration, by the way. Perfect.
All peeled is, will he be the next internet sensation?
Right.
We saw this with Igor when Dark Universe was opening Epic Universe. I saw hundreds of videos of Igor, and I think that we are going to see just as many videos or more, double that.
Probably
with
more.
Art the Clown, probably even more popular than the Megans were a couple of years ago.
I would say so because Art is even more unpredictable, and we've already been teased that he's going to show up everywhere from the queues to the stores to the darkest of dark alleys. Like, we have no idea where this guy's going to show up.
I'm so excited.
And now that is a perfect segue to talk about the next thing we're keeping our eyes peeled for, and that is a huge question. Is Terrifier going to be House of the Year? Listen, I know El Artista is going to be up there, a top contender, so on the top of a lot of people's hype lists, but every week we just keep learning more and more on what this house is going to bring. We already know it's going to be the goriest, right? We already know it's going to be the bloodiest. We already know we're going to get freaking drenched in water.
The most water effects in history.
In history of any house.
And the fact that it had a litany of smells, we knew this. But the new news, dropped a few days ago, is what exactly those smells are going to be. And I don't think you're ready.
Right, because the first thing is that we're not only going to get doused in warm water to mimic the blood sensation, but also we're going to smell iron. That is wild. As somebody who, I get a little woozy myself when I see too much blood in real life and I smell that. I'm one of those people I'm a target for that.
You are a target, but it's not just you. It's a known thing that the smell of iron makes people a little bit sick. It mimics that kind of like throw-up-y emotion inside of you.
So are people going to start puking here?
We're going to need ponchos. We're going to need barf bags. We're going to need EMTs on the scene.
Speaking of barf bags, the other smells that they were talking about is the feces smell, and the fact that it's so strong that it's going to stick to you. Literally, when the house isn't even running, they're saying that the house smells with the feces.
That is insane. Because the smell's not even being pumped in when it's not running.
So imagine when it is.
Listen, if you're taking the dry path at the end, I think you still need to bring a poncho, because you're gonna take that poncho, you're gonna throw it away. I don't want to be walking around smelling like.
The last thing that they mentioned was the bleach smell. So if you remember Terrifier 2, if you've ever watched the film, that infamous bedroom scene where Art just scalps that victim to hell, we're gonna smell that basically. Yeah, it's gonna be
intense. But with all of this all laid out on the table, like we said, and we have said in previous videos, I know what I said. If you've watched our previous videos, I said that El Artista was gonna be House of the Year.
Yes, you did.
But I'm calling it. I think this is it. I think this is gonna be a house that is going to be talked about if it performs the way that it has been hyped for this whole season. It's gonna be a decade long talk.
And
we got
to get in the mood for it.
We've got listen, we've got actual HHN food in the park right now before HHN officially starts. I'm talking
Look at this.
Fallout Macrons.
Right
got
here.
a little
Mr.
FNAF,
Cupcake.
Mr. Cupcake, and Art the Clown, baby. Okay. We've got some yummy things to try here, but the most important thing is that we are going to. Were you about to eat it?
Yeah, I thought we were going to eat and get in the mood for it.
We are about to get it, but we need to talk about the fact that full menus have officially dropped. We know everything. You can know everything too if you go to the Universal website and check out the food section. But the thing that we're keeping our eyes peeled for, what are going to be the most popular items this season?
The most talked about. I know right off the bat that a lot of people are really excited for the fried PB&J this year.
Oh,
that is actually something. Have we tried that?
I don't think we've ever tried it, but I do know that it is a comeback for this year. So that is something that I am so excited to try, as well as the Rambling Rabbit carrot cake. I love me some carrot cake. Listen, I love the sweets. I am the sweets girly, and Hawk is more of like the salty.
I would say that's why I'm looking forward to the Terrifier Bloody Popcorn over at the Clown Cafe booth. That one, I feel like, is going to be a good one. It's got some protein in it too. So
it's definitely going to be an Instagrammable one for sure. I think one of the most popular items this season, I wish they have it out here at studios, but they sold out, is the actual Mr. Cupcake, FNAF Mr. Cupcake. And I think this is going to be one of the most talked about, most popular, the one that's like most Instagrammable. And with that, let's try some macarons.
Typically, I'm not a fan of this, but this one's actually really good. It's like a birthday cake.
This one is definitely like a caramelly Snickers. That's good. Oh, we are composed. Our bellies are full of sugar, but we're
gonna be bouncing off the walls.
I know this next point is gonna be sped up so quickly.
Like this. Anyway.
But something that we really want to keep our eyes peeled for, and it just dropped. Literally, you can actually follow along in the Discover Universal, in the Universal app. I'm so used to saying Discover Universal blog. On the Universal app, if you have not downloaded it, please download the Universal app.
Do your homework
because it's going to be. Things are changing dramatically. Okay, if this is the first time you're hearing this, don't be scared. We got you. We got you.
Especially if you're not coming for the first day. We're going to be your guinea pigs for this. But if you notice at the front entrance by where Monstros was last year, by Illumination Avenue, we're going to have now 4 houses that we have to enter in the same direction to go. So it's like...
Yes, it doesn't seem like that's like just like one house anymore. No. It's like all the heavy hitter houses are entering one main direction.
You got Terrifier, FNAF, WWE, and Grave of Flesh that you're going to meet when you go back there. So that kind of also goes into what we were talking about when it came to the Stay and Scream strategy. How's that going to work? And how is it going to be once you kind of go into the park? Is everybody just going to swarm that area? I have faith. Look, I have faith in Universal that they have it all figured out. Once you go back there, everything's going to be smooth.
It's going to be sorted out.
Beautiful. but
it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be smooth. It's gonna be amazing.
Is it gonna be questionable? It's questionable. You know,
is it smooth or is it questionable? What is it?
It's going to be smooth, but it's questionable right now. I predict.
We have questions. Right.
That's what I meant to say.
Because we haven't seen it. I mean, when you don't see something, you're like, how is this gonna work out?
You have to actually go through it. Once those heavy crowds are in there, you gotta test that.
That is what they're calling Path A. It's like a central hub. And then there's a Path B at the other end of the park. And if you're following along on the I was about to say it again, on the Universal app, we just got to keep our eyes peeled on how exactly this is going to work out and if it's going to be successful.
You see that behind me? We're in the wild right now. We see people practicing. You see those people in scrubs? That's for the RIP tour, the unmasking tour. People are practicing. Things are getting in motion. People are getting ready. People is happening. Everything's happening. I can't wait. I can't believe it.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the sugar.
Yeah,
the sugar kicking in.
100% the sugar.
Ooh, sugar. Good,
sugar,
good.
I think is down. But if I decide to jump into the over the bridge and start swimming, like just
okay, impulsive thoughts. Absolutely not. Let's get to it.
The next thing that we're keeping our eyes peeled for, and I feel like everybody's keeping their eyes peeled for this one, is which original house is going to take the top spot. Listen. We all know that El Artista, A Spanish Haunting, is going to be very hard to dethrone.
The way that they have been talking up this house.
Listen, the creatives behind it, the scenic designer, the same one from Blood Moon Dark Offerings and the
Dead Man's Pier.
Right. And the fact that we're going to have 3 facades, the storytelling, just everything about this house is really going to stand out. But the reason why we're even bringing this up is because now that a lot of spoilers are coming about, people are doing the Unmasking the Horror Tour, people that we're speaking to that went specifically into Hatchet and Chains, Demon Bounty Hunters,
they're saying to not sleep on this. This might be a top contender.
Right.
So,
which kind of goes back to everything that we've been saying this entire season is that
if you see me at HHN, you gotta say Red Hot Lava Demons, baby.
What I was saying was that all of the houses, original NIP, are bangers this year. And I keep saying so these are just the houses that we are starting to get spoilers for, but the ones that we don't know too much about yet is, for example, Gulkin, Monsters of the North is still one that I'm saying that is going to go up there and compete, I'm telling you right now, with El Artista. I don't know if it's going to be, you know, House of the Year, but it's going to be a contender for sure.
This actually parlays into our next point, which is which house this season is going to have the longest running wait time. We're going to keep our eyes peeled for that, especially, obviously, the IPs, because we have just some mega heavy hitters.
So many heavy FNAF this year. I'm calling it right now. That's going to be a house that doesn't drop under 190 minutes, like around that
190?
area. No,
or
90/100. Can you imagine?
I am going to say that I think that now that we know everything that is out on the table, I think Terrifier. Terrifier is going to be, people want to know, am I really going to get drenched?
You're right.
Am I really going to get that smell? Am I going to puke? Am I going to faint?
That is true. You can totally see your point where everybody's running to that house and that house does not drop under 100 minutes.
Everybody wants to go through the wet path. I'm just calling it right now. However, I don't know, because it's all going to depend on
the next thing that we're keeping.
Fan bases show up. Our next point that we're keeping our eyes peeled for is which is going to be the top fan base that shows up.
The diehard fans. We've talked about this in previous, previous videos, how this is the Avengers year for Horror Nights with so many friggin' banger IPs. We know FNAF fans are big.
I mean, we've got the teens, we've got the fun FNAF crowd that's going to be showing up with their Freddy Fazbear, I don't know, lights and stuff, excitement. It's like, yay, the pizzeria.
Right.
We've
100%.
got Fallout with their Pit Boys, and they're going to be like, yeah. Radiation.
You acting like we're gonna go into battle. It's
Terrifier fans with their ponchos ready to go, and then we've got WWE. You know, so it's just like all of that.
Every single IP has major fan bases, but I feel like if you put them all against each other to see which house basically becomes the most popular in terms of fan bases, WWE, I feel like, is the most competitive. I feel like they are on another level. They don't mess around at all. So we'll see what happens, but FNAF fans, don't let me down. Terrifier fans, don't let me down. We got to be the best.
I'm going to send art for you. That final point that we're going to be keeping our eyes peeled for. If you're new to HHN, or maybe you just don't even know this, at the end of the season, they not only announce House of the Year, they announce Scare Zone of the year.
And listen, there is just so much freaking potential this year. HHN is back, baby. Welcome to HHN, because we haven't had HHN like this in a long time. The scare zones are extended. We're gonna have more effects this year, more fog, more scare actors, more immersion. So this is like literally going through a house every time you go through a scare zone this year. That's what we're hoping.
Let's hope.
Right.
We'll find out in just like 3 days at this point.
Right, and that's why we want to keep our eyes peeled for it, because we want to know which scare zone takes the top contender, because they all seem like they're all freaking badass this year, all of them. But I feel like, which one do you think? I think
Central Park is back. I mean, the way they're extending it with the cat lady, the pumpkins, the house at the end of the street.
Crooked Lane,
What scare zone do you think is going to take the cake? That is what I want to know from you. But, wow.
This is such a big year, and it is hyped up to be one of the best years of all time. So,
amazing.
Is it all buzzwords? Is it the real deal? We hope so, and we think it is going to be the real deal.
We're going to find out. Premium Scream Night is right around the corner. Right. Opening day is right around the corner. If you see us this year at HHN, please come say hi. We're going to be here as many nights as we can.
Right.
Word of the day, phrase of the day. I want you to drop in the comments if you are still here, if you've been with us all day. Where are you running to first?
Right.
The second you walk through those gates.
Is it a house, and which house?
We love you. Thank you so much for following along today. We will see you in the fog.
That's right,
but
baby.
Of course, we'll see you next week.
Hell yeah.
Mwah.